Hi everyone, I'm Humbly Anna Anders here on the YouTube channel, and this is St. Patty's Day, March 17th, 2016. And I say that as I'm taking a drink, okay? Cheers to you and everyone out there. A drink of coffee, clean and sober today, thank God, by the grace of God. But 20 years ago today, I'm sorry, it was more than 20 years ago, March 17th, 1990. How many years is that, Jackie? 26 years. 26 years, yeah. I gotta tell you, yeah, we thought we were partying it up, celebrating St. Patty's Day, and we were, you know, I mean, we really were, but we weren't, we were not. What we were doing, we were exhibiting the primal forms of alcoholism and the primal forms of domestic violence. You know, the only thing is, domestic violence really didn't have a place, or the terminology of it didn't have a place, in that era, if you will. And so that was new, and it was new for me to speak that to my family as well. They looked at me like I was nuts. They still look at me as I'm nuts today, but shame on them for looking at me that way, and shame on them. I want to go back to, I don't know, somebody posted something on Facebook. Oh, I think it was my cousin Michael. It was my cousin Michael last night. I saw one of his old posts, and so I had to say something because it said something. It was a post about, you know, just keep silent when you're around fools. And I made a comment saying that that's why I don't speak to certain family members for years on end at a time. Hi everyone, I'm Humbly Anna Anders here on the YouTube channel. I haven't spoken to my siblings since my parents' funerals. And I gotta tell you, my God, my higher power is telling me, you do not speak to them here in this lifetime again. And so I have to be true to that, because they were very oppressive and very harmful to my being. They did not support me. They did not understand. And matter of fact, they made fun of me. And I got to say, thank you, God. Thank you, Sacred Creator, for picking me up off the floor of my life on March 17, 1990. Because what I want to say here today is, you know, sitting here humbly in my home here in 2016 in Ohio, and sitting here humbly with my grandchildren are teaching me something. Not only my grandchildren, but the 3 girls that were chained to a wall for over 10 years have taught me something too. And that is to have zero tolerance for bullshit, okay? And I don't need people to lift me up, okay? My God lifted me up off the floor of my life on March 17th, 1990, and he's been lifting me up ever since. The problem isn't me. The problem is the people that can't see that my God's lifting me up. They don't know what to do with this peace activist. They don't know how to embrace her and to face her, to say, I'm sorry, I harmed you. They don't know how to make amends. But I got to tell you, that's not my deal to tell them that they need to say that they're sorry. That's between God and them. They know the harms and the ugly that they spewed upon me. And so back to what I was saying earlier in this video. My God has blessed me during this period of detachment, because like I said, I haven't spoke to them since my parents' funeral. But, you know, and I have mourned. It was like, how do I say this to you guys? I would have never thought my siblings would have betrayed me. But what happened in that period, that time period, my God provided new beings along the path of life. So I have a friend sitting here on my couch today, humbly. Her name is Jackie, but I don't view her as a friend. I got to tell you, I believe she's a God's gift to me as a spiritual sister. That's how I feel about finding Jackie and her finding me along the road of recovery here. And so I feel so blessed that God would replace corrupt with non-corrupt, and that's where I'm at with it today. So I'm so grateful with that, Mojo. And I want to put a shout out too. I need to say something else here. Michael, stay strong, because the struggle is real, buddy, in our family tree. These people think they're getting away with shit, playing their old corrupt games. You want to act like you're, and I'm talking about one person in particular. She seems to think that she's a counselor for the family. You may have your degrees in counseling, lady, but I gotta tell you, you're dragging around your old resentments and your old corruption with you, and I don't know how much makeup you can put on that, but it'll never make up for the corruption and disruption you've done to people and the harms you've done in this family tree. That's what I want to say to you. And yes, I'm talking about you, Sylvia Cologne. So I got enough nerve to say that to you, face to face or YouTube channel here. So I wanted to say that to you, and shame on you for the family drama and the games that you play that divide the family instead of unite the family. But God has all our addresses, Sylvia, so He'll catch up to all of us sooner or later. And then I want to say something else here. Last night, I was in my home here, and I wasn't feeling good. And I kind of, you know, on the night before St. Patty's Day, I kind of reflect about my life path usually. Because it was a horrific situation that happened, and it was a horrific situation that evolved since then. And so only I know my journey. God knows it too, and nobody else will know the full journey ever. But what I want to close with is saying this. Last night, my son's other half inspired me so much. I come into my living room here, and I had read a post of her celebrating her dead ex other half, and actually it's not her ex other half. He's still her other half, and I'm talking about you, Tiffany. And you inspired me so much last night with this whole birthday celebration for Dan yesterday. And how you inspired me is I thought to myself, this woman is so courageous to go on with her life in a time of such deep mourning and loss of her lover, her best other half, the father of her children, and then to go on so courageously with someone else, which is my beautiful son, and to make another beautiful human being, which is my grandson. And it's almost as if she doesn't walk around and breathe a word of her loss and the burden of carrying her cross. And so, Tiffany, I want to say I'm so thankful to you today for that, because you inspired me last night. Because I thought to myself, I'm still angry. I'm still pissed off about what happened to me and my kids and how we suffered our losses because of that domestic violence situation on March 17, 1990. And so that was so healing to me. And perhaps that's why I woke up so painful today, because I needed to speak about that truth. But Tiffany, I want to say thank you again, and you inspired me. And that's all I need to say for now. I'm going to shut down this third video and see if my friend Jackie would love to speak. Thank you so much, everyone.